My brother announced his engagement at Thanksgiving, and I made sure it was the last time anyone in that room looked at him the same way. 4 years ago, I dropped out of medical school, and my family has treated me like a failure ever since. I was 23. Ryan was 26. Every gathering, someone asks Ryan for career advice while asking me if I'm still doing that pharmacy tech thing. My parents have a photo wall with all of Ryan's achievements. My college graduation got moved to the bathroom. This Thanksgiving, my mother spent 15 minutes bragging about Ryan's promotion to partner. My father gave a toast about how proud he was to raise a son who fights for justice. Then he looked at me and said some people are meant to lead and some people are meant to follow. Ryan stood up during dessert with his girlfriend Madison. I have an announcement, he said. We're getting engaged. Everyone cheered while I smiled from the kids' table where they put me. But before we celebrate, Ryan continued, his voice getting serious. I want to acknowledge something. He looked right at me. My sister sacrificed everything for this family. She dropped out of medical school so our parents could afford to keep me in law school during their financial crisis. My mother gasped. Madison squeezed his hand like he was a saint. I never asked her to do that, Ryan said with wet eyes. But she did. I've watched her get treated like a failure for 4 years when she's the reason I'm standing here today. He walked over to me. I forgive you for the resentment you must feel. Madison and I have decided to name our first daughter after you. My aunt started crying. Someone said this is the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed. I stood up so fast my chair fell over. You forgive me? Ryan looked confused. I'm trying to honor you here. I pulled away from my mother's grab. I never dropped out to save money for your law school, Ryan. His smile died. What are you talking about? I dropped out because I took the fall for your plagiarism so you wouldn't get expelled and lose your law school acceptance. The room went silent. Madison dropped his hand. You plagiarized your entire senior thesis. Your roommate reported it. The dean gave you 48 hours before your hearing and you begged me to say I wrote it for you, that I stole it, that you didn't know. Ryan shook his head. That's not what happened. I held up my phone. I have every email you sent begging me to take the blame, promising you'd make it up to me, swearing medical schools would be more forgiving than law schools. My mother's hand went to her mouth. My grandmother whispered, what is happening? You convinced me that if I took academic probation and dropped out for a year, I could reapply to medical school. But once I had that violation on my record, no school would touch me. And you let everyone think I cracked under pressure. You became a partner and stood here tonight forgiving me for sacrificing everything when you stole my entire future. Ryan's face went red. I was 21. I panicked. You're my sister. I thought you'd understand. I grabbed my coat. You know what? Naming your daughter after me is perfect. That way, every time someone asks, you can practice lying about where it came from. I walked out. The last thing I heard was Madison asking Ryan if it was true. I haven't been back since.